Welcome back, everyone. Here are 10 more terrifying true stories from our subscribers. Number 10. About 2 years ago, I moved in with my grandparents, who live on a farm. It's very isolated. One morning, I was woken up by what sounded like screams in the forest. I told my grandpa, and he said it was probably just a bear. That night, I was awoken again, this time to what sounded like screams and heavy footsteps near the house. My grandpa and I went outside with some shotguns and/or some flashlights to investigate, but we didn't see anything. The next day we found huge three-toed footprints in the dirt leading away from the house. A few days later, I was home alone and I heard a loud crash in the middle of the night. I was too scared to go check it out. In the morning, my grandma said that someone had broken into the barn and destroyed all of the nesting boxes. Whoever did this must have climbed in through this window because it was smashed, and then they took all of the eggs. But how? Who would do such a thing? Number 9. I was home for Christmas break when some friends decided to throw some snowballs at each other in my backyard. We were having a blast until one of them yelled, "Boo!" And I turned around to see a guy with a mask on holding a kitchen knife. My mom and I screamed and ran inside and locked all of the doors. We didn't call the police because we were too scared. But then an hour later, my phone lit up with a text from an unknown number. It said, "I saw you." Then the power went out. 8. I was home alone one night when I heard what sounded like screams in the walls. I thought it was weird because we have a basement. Then a man emerged from the wall and asked me if I wanted to make a YouTube video. I screamed and ran into my parents' room and hid under the bed. My dad came in and asked what was wrong, and I told him about the man in the wall. He looked at me like I was crazy. Then he went to the closet and pulled something out. It was a long metal pipe that looked like it was used to attach drywall. He hit the closet wall with it and said, "See, there's no man in the wall." Then he left for work, and the noise started again. It sounded like heavy footsteps, and then a voice whispering my name. I called my dad from his office, and he told me to stay on the phone with him while he came back home. When he got there, the noise stopped, and we both listened intently. Then we heard a small knock on the wall. My dad hit it again and said, "I swear, if this isn't a hollow space, I'm gonna rip this whole wall out." He kept hitting the wall until it made a big hole, and he stuck his head through it. It was only a small crawl space behind the wall, and there was nothing in there. He closed the hole, and he's still acting like I'm crazy. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Number 7. I was working the night shift as a janitor at a high school. One night, I was mopping the floor in one of the classrooms when I saw a pair of feet in front of me. I looked up and saw a man standing over me waving. I screamed and dropped the mop bucket and ran out of the room. I immediately went to the principal's office to tell him what happened. He didn't believe me, but we checked the security footage and saw the man come out of the basement, walk down the hall, and then disappear. He was never found, and I quit the next day. That's all for this episode. See you next time. Bye.